Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. It says it's 50 degrees out there, but I can tell you if you stand in the wind, um, it's going to feel a lot colder than that. So, everybody here is trying to hunker down away from the wind, but everybody's getting really good snacks today, cleaning out the refrigerator for them, leftovers, so on and so forth. So, everybody is kind of getting a gut load today, which is cool. I just gave. Um, Orchid and Lily the last of the strawberries that we bought. I ate some of them. They ate all the tops off of them, and then I fed them what I didn't eat of the regular strawberries. So those girls are eating really good right now. They're not happy, but they're eating very well. Um, so tomorrow I will be going to JC to get more strawberries, which are on their weekly digitals. I didn't stay in there to do my video. One of my Great Danes is in season, and the other is going into season, and so they're constantly just barking or lunging at each other and jumping, and it's like having two deer or gazelle in your house, if you can imagine that. So I thought I would just come out here and talk to you about the Kroger ad and some of the things you might want to focus in on. The Kroger ad this week is the same as last week, except for obviously the weekly digitals and the sale prices. So I'm going to do Kroger, but I'm going to tell you that, let's see here, there is one difference. The strawberries are different at JC. They're $1.99 a container at JC on a weekly digital. But we're going to do that in just a minute. I'm just going to kind of tell you what my goals are right now. Like today, I'm working on laundry. I am trying to get all of my winter clothing washed up, all of the blankets washed up, anything that's like winter related, mittens, socks that are wintry, hats, the knit hats. I'm getting all of those washed up, and I'm going to probably pack up about 3/4 of my winter clothing, and that also includes like my fuzzy pajama pants and all of my fuzzy loveys for winter cuddle time. They're all going to get washed and put up for the season. I will leave about 1/4 of my winter clothing out because it's still cold. But I want to get a head start on having that put away so I don't have to deal with that later. I'm also doing up all of the blankets and towels and linens and everything that needs to be done. And so that's one of my goals right now. I'm also getting ready to really clean my hummingbird feeders. There were a couple that got left out last year. Oops. But I'm going to clean them up real good. And to start off my season, I go ahead and probably this weekend put out. I had bought one of the jugs of ready-made hummingbird food, and I'm going to use that the first couple of rounds to fill up, and then I will go into the powdered mixes that I have. But I bought that just so that I would have a bump start on the season. And right now, sometimes in some places, probably a little more southern than me, the scouts are out. The scouts are moving, and they're going to find out where they're going to be, you know, looking for that hummingbird food that they want so much. So I've got to get mine out there and get them ready to rock and roll. I'm trying to build up the colony that I had here about 20 years ago. Was it 20 years ago? 15 years ago. It's about 15 years ago. I had an amazing hummingbird colony. It was just like an airport here at sometimes. And my husband's sister also had that kind of thing going on at her house. And so it was really interesting. We had a couple little males that we called, Hitler, because he was just so mean to everybody that come into the feeders. So that's when I realized that I have to have feeders everywhere, and some out of the view of others, like where they like to sit and watch. I have to have something around another corner. And so I need to get my hummingbird feeders out. Um, I'm getting ready to set eggs right now. So what I'm doing is I'm getting all my incubators ready. I'm going to set up my brooder house to get that ready to rock and roll. Probably won't be pulling eggs for another week, but then we'll put them in because it's time to start that. And I think I'm going to have a lot of chicks that are going to meet the criteria for my next breeding. So we're going to see how that works. Once I get that group done, then I'm going to put Tut up, and I'm going to let Oliver be the rooster. I'm going to let him do the roostering, and then we'll take a batch to hatch from that group once the other ones hatch. Does it make sense? I don't know. I'm just so glad to be out of the house because the girls, my dogs, are driving me absolutely insane. Um, they are intact females, and right now they're annoying. I'm also getting ready to get all of my buckets packed up, get them in one area. And then once I get a few more chores done, then later on this spring, I'm going to go through all of those buckets. I'm going to go back through all of them, consolidate some, repackage a lot of the stuff. And once I repackage and consolidate some of the products that are in my buckets, then I will have buckets to pack. So that's the goal. Like midsummer, beginning of fall, um, then the good sales are going to start hitting again, and then I'm going to have to start packing buckets really, really hard and heavy. So that's my goals right now. That's what I'm working on. But let's talk about the Kroger ad this week. The Heritage Farm chicken thighs and legs are $1.29 a pound. That is a really good price. You know me, I buy chicken every week so that way I can cook it for my dog, my cat, and for everyone else in the household. And I do prefer the stuff on the bones, so that way I can cook that down, separate that meat off those bones, give the bones to the chickens, and then they pick off everything that they want. Um, I have the broth. I can make that into rice or pasta or old instant potatoes or whatever. I can also put it over dog food. You know, there's just so much I can do, and everybody can eat very well with the chicken. So chicken's very good, and that is Solomon's favorite. I've never known a dog that would leave a New York strip laying there, um, because my dogs would swallow it or kill each other for it. So with that being said, chicken is his favorite. So we got to get some chicken. Now Kroger canned vegetables are going to be 3 for $2, which makes them 67 cents a can. You're going to be doing basic vegetables there, like peas, corn, and green beans. And I'm pretty sure that's only 3. If they do have mixed vegetables, this will be the time to grab them, because you're not going to get mixed vegetables, carrots, greens, anything like that at a good price. They're always going to be higher. So if they do include those, which I don't think they will, snatch those up. I know that at Dollar General, they're also 3 for $2, and I believe you can get carrots and mixed vegetables as well as the other ones. So if you need mixed vegetables or carrots canned, I would definitely be doing some Dollar General deals with the 3 for $2. One of my chickens is absolutely going crazy. I have two really loudmouth hens. I think one of them is the Australorp, and I think the other one is the Jersey Giant. And I think those are the two that are the loudest. I don't know who's going off right now. It's pretty loud. But yesterday I kept them locked up, and today they're actually laying eggs into the barn again. So, okay. At Kroger, you're going to see a weekly digital for the navel oranges. I believe it's an 8-pound bag for $3.99. You're also going to have a weekly digital for the Russet 8-pound bags of potatoes for $2.99. Now I'm going to touch on something. I've been going down into my bin and getting potatoes out of that bin that I did with the pine shavings, and everything actually did better than I thought it would. But what surprised me the most was that the yellow potatoes did better than the red, and did better than the Idaho or russet potatoes. I know at the bottom I've got russets coming up the bottom, so I need to get in there and dump all of that out, and so that way we can figure out how many we're going to plant. I'm going to plant a lot of those potatoes. Why not? That's free seed potatoes. I really gave very little for those potatoes because I watched the sales when I started buying and collecting them. I don't think there really is that many down there. I think there's more russet than anything, but St. Patrick's Day, I went down and I pulled a bunch of potatoes. My mashed potatoes had red, yellow, and russet and Idaho potatoes all blended. It doesn't matter to me, a mashed potato, as long as it has some good butter and some whole milk and salt and pepper. That's good for me. Um, but anyway, I was shocked that the yellow potatoes have outlasted the other potatoes. And eventually, when I bring that out and we dump it to find our seed potatoes, I'll show you. I know there's one that he's got a big old, his eye is going right up through the side of that. So that's pretty cool. Something else, Weekly Digital are the Betty Crocker casserole potatoes. They have au gratin, scalloped, julienne. I think there's like a hash brown kind. Maybe that's the julienne. But they're going to be 99 cents on this Weekly Digital, and you can get up to 5 of them. Also, Betty Crocker brownie and cake mixes are going to be 99 cents on the Weekly Digital. So if you need to stock up on brownie mixes and cake mixes, which I do not, I am I am good. I am good. I do not need any more cake mixes. I do not need any more brownie mixes. And I say that, and yet I'll look and I'll go, maybe I'll get two more. I don't know. But I do know that the dehydrated potatoes are something that you really should have in your pantry. They last a very long time, and you can repackage them for better lasting. Um, let's see here. That's about all of the really good deals. But in order to get those prices that you see on those tags, you do have to do the Weekly Digital. If you clipped it last week and you want to use it again this week, not the weekly, but the 5 times digital, it should still be on your account as redeemed, and it will pick up again. So just know that Kroger's got a pretty good weekly deal going on. So we'll go through your app, look at those digitals, but know that dehydrated potatoes are going to be an awesome price. Um, and potatoes, the 8 pound bags for $2.99. That's a good price. I mean, it wasn't a good price when you could get 10 pounds of potatoes for $3, but I don't know if that day will ever come back again. You all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. Shop well, and tomorrow we'll do our in store. I'm sorry I didn't do the Kroger ad review the way it is on the computer, but I really don't want to be around them girls right now. I just wanted a break. They're driving me crazy. Bye, y'all.